and my office is still not mine, but my biggest worry is that it won't get to the kids in time, but someone else is taking it, so I'm just storing it. Anyway, if you aren't sure what I'm talking about, we did a big fundraiser a couple weeks ago to fill backpacks to give away to the schools. Anyway, so this week I'm going to, don't mind me, it's weekend, no jewelry, no nothing, hair, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this week I'm going to vlog. Is that how you say video vlog? About grammar. I've decided to start writing, if I'm going to do this, I've been writing in spurts whenever I can get together with my critique partner, go on a writing retreat. Well, I'm writing one book if I'm lucky a year. And I really want to write, all day, not have a day job. I want writing to be my day job. Although I get easily distracted, I'm not sure if I'd be able to write all day, but I'd make a valiant effort. When I retired the first time to write, I think I spent more time with my grandkids, but I got a lot of writing done too, and I really enjoyed the time, and I wouldn't give it back for anything in the world because, hold on just a minute. That's when this concept for me and the 3 oldest grandkids came up because I was watching them. Anyway, so I have decided to bite the bullet and get up an hour early and start writing an hour before work every day. And that way, if I'm busy over the weekend, I don't feel guilty because I'm going to have at least 5,000 words a week. Doesn't sound like much, but for someone who works full time and has a big family and does a lot of family things, that's a lot. So anyway, I've decided sleep's overrated anyway. And so let's write. So today I'm going to talk grammar. Yeah, grammar is not my biggest suit. I've got grammar books galore. Let's see well, I can't get over there because of the backpacks are all on the floor. But I've got all kinds of grammar books. I got Kama Sutra, which is kind of fun, but I've had critique partners that will one person will take out all the commas, and then I'll have the next person come and put them all back in, or vice, I'll have different things. So commas, I usually try and just do the best I can with and go with what the editor, I will, if I like whatever my critique partner does, I'll leave it. If I agree with her, if I don't, sometimes I'll kind of go with her, and sometimes I'll leave it to my editor. I do have an editor because, like I said, grammar is not my strongest suit. I took a class with the Salt Lake Community College, but it was online. I need to be there in person. I need to have feedback. I need to have a discussion so it sinks in. Online classes just don't work for me. But, I do have the book for reference, but I never got any of my work corrected. So I did all the assignments, but were they right? I have no clue. So anyway, if anybody has any idea of what to do for grammar, any tricks or something that's not online classes, if you live in the Salt Lake area and you know of a good grammar class or workshop or something, I would love to do it. Oh, hold on just a minute. All right, sorry about the interruption. That was somebody calling. It was my daughter-in-law calling, not someone, calling about the backpacks. And apparently they don't need to be to the school district until the end of the month. What happens is they wait until school starts, and then the schools put in an order of, I've got hair sticking up. It's kind of like a mirror so I can see what I look like, Anyway, so sorry I got distracted. Anyway, so that way the school districts can say we are in need of this many backpacks, and so that they can see which kids need the most supplies and things like that. So that kind of makes sense. So we are going to have them delivered sometime this week, so at least I don't have to worry anymore. So back to grammar. Where was I? I was talking about workshops or anything. So anybody that knows anything in the Salt Lake Valley about any workshops I can go to, that would be great. I still no matter what I do with the grammar, no matter what I learn, I still feel that my book needs to have editing, just because it's easy for me to, I'll be reading along and my mind will see the that needs to be there, or the at, or I'll have your instead of you are your part, you know what I mean? So I'll have, things like that, that my mind sees the correct thing that needs to be there, but it's not correct. So, or it adds the missing word, or, etc. So I need to have editing, critique partners, beta readers. I need the whole 9 yards, so that when my readers get to it, they're not going, oh my Lord, this woman is terrible. So anyway, grammar back, if it's my worst enemy. I have learned a lot. The more I write, the more I learn, the more I understand, the nuances of the sentence and things like that. When I write, the first thing I do is spit it out. I just write. Everything is just comes right out, and it just flows. Well, on a good day, it just flows. And then my first draft is really trying to pick up things and everything, of, oh, what was I thinking here? And with me writing every day, it's not going to be as choppy, because before, when I'd write in spurts, you forget, and you can't read the whole book every time, because that'd take up your time. So you try and read a chapter or something to get into it. But there, in the past, I've had stuff where I put it in twice because I forgot I had already had it in, and I thought, oh, here's a great saying. Well, yeah, I already had it in, so I've had to, do things like that, clean it up. So maybe with writing every day, I won't have to do it as much. So what I'm going to do is, or what I do is go through it once and clean it all up, and then I listen to it. My critique partner, Stanley, I'm not really sure how you say that name, but sure. She's told me about on Word, you can listen to your book. They have a narrator that different programs have either the man or the woman, or I can't decide which one I like. And then it reads it to you, and that really helps the nuance of the sentence. You can realize when it was read back to you, you had one meaning of the sentence, whereas it comes out the way you've written it with your punctuation another way. It's kind of like that State Farm commercial where you've got, and this is my favorite commercial, where you've got the girls looking at the blue suede couch and going, I just had to have it. And she's like, oh, it's so you. And then that night the robbers are in there, and he goes, yeah, I just had to have it. He goes, yeah, I really like it. Is that blue suede? And I mean, exactly the same words with different connotations. And so when you've got somebody reading it to you, you get that you get that point where, oh, I need to change that a little. And so that's another thing I do. And then I print it out and I try and read it that way. And only then does it go to my critique partner. And then once it goes to my critique partner, then I do it, do the editing and things like that. And then it goes to my editor. And after that, the last person to see it is my beta reader, who's great. And she still finds a lot of stuff. So see, I need to have a lot of babysitters when it comes to writing. My chair doesn't seem to be up as high. Ah! Needs to be higher. There we go. Anyway, so thoughts on grammar, let me know. And I will talk to you next week. And hopefully I won't just like I did today.